So can a girl just have fun? Like, can't a girl just have fun anymore? Why are we so skeptical of a girl that wants to have a little fun? Did Cyndi Lauper teach you nothing? I saw this video literally like right before we started filming, and it took me the hell out. And it's this video of like a Snap story of a girl, and like, you know, if a girl is ranting on her Snap story, not only like, it's not even the private story, it's the public one that is so 2014 2015 core. And damn, can we bring the good times back? Like, I miss that so much. Like, a girl ranting, and like, she has piercing blue, like icy filter eyes, and there's like butterflies going around the car. It's like, girl, what the hell is going on? And she's like, like fucking so mad. It's this girl, she's like, yes, I'm psycho. Girl, I don't know.
Never been so fucking
This girl, this video of this girl, this is so, I just get her. Say good night. Oh. Me, like, I get her. Like, I totally get her. No, it's kind of been funny with this whole like resurgence of like the word like crash out, and like the idea of like somebody crashing out, like that's Miss Crash Out. Like, I think it's so funny because, okay, part of the idea of like having like a public meltdown, like, or do y'all ever watch like the public meltdown compilations on like YouTube and stuff? Like, I love those, like the public freak out compilations. Part of it, it's like, sure, this is really messy, like Lola Young, like too messy, like, but also at the same time, like, I really respect you because, baby, you're just letting it all hang out. Like, I really respect somebody that is willing to like have a freak out in public, let alone on their like public story. I can't imagine such a thing. What the hell did the cavemen do before private stories? Like, girl, did they just like wipe the cave drawings like really quick? I like cannot like fathom not having a private story. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I really, like, in a lot of ways, it became, like, in a lot of ways, like, our Genesis, or, like, our, like, Leviticus, or Scooby-Dooicus. Like, girl, it became, like, a thing where it was, like, girl, this is, like, my opening chapters. Like, I'm going to let you know the sacred text of the day. And then you let the public story, and, you know, had soup today, or whatever. Like, no, a lot of times that's for the private. Like, a lot of times on the private, I'll be, like, you know, like, here's my meal today. Like, one thing about me, I love a food pic. I am really gaining a lot of respect for millennials, like, as the week goes, because I am a foodie, and also I love saying doggo, pupper, unironically. I don't give a shit. We have one life to live. Can't a girl have fun? That's really the topic of today. It's not, but like, it's kind of the topic of the day. Can we just have fun again? Like, damn, bring back fun. Yeah, that's kind of where I wanted to go with the opening segment today, about just letting it all hang out, right? So, a lot of times when we have those friends that do let it all hang out, we're either like, damn crazy girl, don't you know that I love, or we're kind of like, damn, like, I'm jealous or I'm envious that you really don't give a fuck. And that sounds like shade, but there is a compliment in there somewhere deeply rooted. You know that friend that will just like, life's kind of a mess for them? I really, like, as the weeks go by, as the years go by, I respect that friend so much. I think there is nothing braver than not having your life together in front of everybody. Because a lot of people, when their life is not together, they go into fucking hiding. Like, they hibernate bad, like the bears do. And the bears. And I really think it's like so sad, because it's like, you are not only like cheating us out of very entertaining stories and witnessing a lot of very entertaining moments, but you're also cheating yourself out of it, because I think there is nothing more like refreshing and healing than low-key like going out when you look a fucking mess, or like crying in public transit, or like going through like a really like dramatic phone call in the middle of like a public place. Like, I really love all of those things, and I think they're all so human, right? I do remember, like, I had a really bad like OG crash out on the phone one time, and I was in the public commons of my college, and I was screaming on the phone, and yeah, I'm letting it all hang out. What's up, girl? And not my proudest moment, but like, I will say at the time, my friends were like Like, they could not believe it. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean you don't believe this? Like, this is so me. They're like, no, like, that might be you in your head, but we've never heard you, like, vocalize that shit for real. But I was like, damn, like, I feel like I'm Miss Crash Out USA, but then I realized, like, I'm kind of not. Like, I keep it very composed. So when I do hashtag let it all hang out, people are very surprised by that. Now, I don't think it's okay to, like, let it all hang out on, like, wait staff or, like, your, like, barista or whatever. I feel like that's really tacky. Nothing really kind of irritates me more. We kind of got into this in the Disney episode, but, like, nothing really, like, irritates me more than, like, when people take it out on, like, someone that's, like, just trying to do their job. It's like, I just work here. Like, literally, I just work here. Oh my God, I feel like we are all over the place today, but bear with me. Like, I just have a lot to say today. Pause. We had a science teacher at my school, like at my high school, and whenever anyone would ask a question or like have a complaint, because mind you, let's go ahead and spoiler alert, every teacher for the most part that were working from the years of 2013 to 2018 were printing packets on bulk from like random Google sites / Reddit / like, what the fuck is the flashcard site called? You know what I'm talking about? Quizlet. Girl, it was Quizlet. It was damn Quizlet everywhere. Every single one of these packets, they're like, oh, I stayed up all night on this one. I'm like, well, then why is there a Quizlet from 10 years ago about it? If you really did. You know what I mean? It's like, girl, like, our teachers work hard. Like, let me start there. Our teachers work very hard. But sometimes when they do cut corners, and then I swear to God, when they cut corners on it, they're like, oh my God, I worked so hard on this packet. I'm like, okay, I'm sure you worked hard, like, printing and stapling them, but, like, the material's been online, Mary. But my professor girl, my teacher, my science teacher, like, girl, she would do this thing where if somebody would call her out, they'd be like, why is number 20 like the same question as number 13? But like I said, I got the answer wrong. She's like, yeah, beats me. I just work here. Yeah, we know. So like, you work here. So like, what happened? Like, she used to always say, I just work here. And that was supposed to be the end of the discussion. And I thought that was so pussy because what do you mean? I just work here. Like, literally, that was the answer. So did I get this wrong or not? I don't know, man. I just work here. All right. That's so like literally for the longest time in my friend group, that became like our, I know you're looking at the bow. You looking at the bow? That became like our thing that we'd say, our motto. Like, I don't know. I just work here. Like, and that needs to have a resurgence with me so bad. I just saw some of my friends from childhood this weekend and literally hashtag girl who's going to be okay, hashtag healed, hashtag so needed, hashtag thank you God for shining on me. It was so nice. And you know, you have a real ass group of friends when you have an entirely new set of vocab words every time you hang out. And I mean, I am talking brain rot. I'm talking random words from like nostalgic childhood moments. I'm talking just like pow, like whatever the word that comes to mind. You guys have an entirely new vocab every time you hang out. Those are your realest friends. Literally, we will rewrite the dictionary every time we're together, and it's like 7 phrases or words on repeat. And every time we hang out, it's a new set. I swear to God. And it's like, I don't know how we do it. Like, I feel like Dr. Seuss, because it's like, how are we coming up with this shit? The set we had this weekend, I seriously was like out of breath a couple times because we kept repeating the same shit nonstop, and including, I'm sorry, but That's a Lot, Robin is like an all-time classic. Like, it's literally like kind of changed the trajectory of everything for me. But also, like, I don't know if y'all watched Summer Heights High, but one of the, oh my God, Summer Heights High, if you haven't seen it, you need to like watch it. Like, girl, it is definitely like dated, but like one of the kids, he's like a bully and he always yells at the teacher and he's like, "Puck you, miss, puck you, miss." We were saying that all weekend. And it's like, girl, nobody gets it like we get it. So I have like a really random topic today, but it kind of came off this state of mind that I had. I'm really wanting to go like back to Six Flags and like ride a bunch of roller coasters right now. I don't know why I'm like itching and craving for like a roller coaster moment. But I was thinking about this time that I was in line to ride a roller coaster. And girl, there is no worse panic and no more time that you have to shit your pants than you are in line to ride a roller coaster. You hear everybody screaming, whatever. It's like, well, we gonna die. And I was in line, and it was like one of my first times going on an upside down roller coaster. Girl, I literally, the only way I could get in line for this is I pretty much just said I should be allowed to leave at the very last minute. Like, you guys cannot bully me. Like, I need to be able to leave at the very last minute if I need to, whatever. And my friends are like, that's fine, that's fine. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave. And I pretty much just accepted that if I get on, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm not even playing with y'all. Like, I was just like, well, I'm gonna die. So that's the state of the world, right? I am going up there, and I shit you not, everyone in front of us, / everyone that was getting off the train was 4 years old. They weren't really. They were like 12. But so it was like, I'm 4 years old. Like, they were literally so young. And then I was like, wait. So if I'm worried that I'm too skinny or too light that I'll fall out, girl, they just wrote it. If I'm scared I can't hold on as tight, girl, they got the grip of what? Chopsticks? I'm like, they're fine. And also, like, they survived. That was such a moment for me that I just remember, like, laughing at myself, like, dead ass, because it was so funny. But also, I was like, okay, that really sums it up. This fucking 7-year-old has had more courageous experiences than I have. And I am literally, like, holding myself back. Like, I am the only person in the world that's scared right now, and that I am the only person that's incapable of this shit. And I'm not even kidding. Until I saw those little fucking kids come off, I was like, oh. Like, I look like an idiot right now. Like, I look like such an idiot. And also, like, I'm so proud of them. Like, I know that's so dumb. Like, that's dumb. But, like, I really was. I was like, okay, clearly they are, like, at a place of courage that, like, I would love to be at right now. So I rode the damn thing. And ever since that day, I have almost been like, fuck it, act first, think later. When it comes to, like, thrill rides and stuff, like, makes me scared like that, you know? I am never skydiving, girl. I'm sorry. I don't care if a damn 2-year-old skydove before me. I don't care if a damn wiener dog. I don't give a fuck if somebody that's blind and deaf and has no limbs fucking did it before me. I'm not doing it. I would have a damn heart attack if I did that. Oh my God. Do you ever think you would skydive? You don't like heights? Well, hell no. Especially when it's going at 30,000 fucking miles per hour. Forget it. Forget it. That's one of the reasons I'll never do the fucking security row on an airline. Because what the hell do you mean I gotta jump out that damn door or gotta make sure I get that door open? Girl, I would fuck up, slip my hand, left that door open, and then it'd suck me out. And not in a good way, and I'd fall out to my death. I'm like, girl, what? I don't want to do all that. The point of this being is I had a really big moment right there where I felt like I escaped my comfort zone. And it can be something as little as conquering your fear of heights, conquering your fear of spiders, fucking riding a bike for the first time. Girl, I already have shared this with the pod, but honey, like, I peed the bed till I was 15. I didn't know how to ride a bike till I was damn 14 or something like that. And I didn't really know how to drive a car that well till I was 17 or 18. Honey, I have been delayed on all of this stuff because of fear. And when you finally do it, everyone around you is almost exhausted because you've spent so many years being like, I don't know. And then you finally do it. You're like, celebrate with me. They're like, girl, we're sick of your ass. Like, we're sick of trying to get you to do this shit. Because everybody was telling me, girl, it's not that big of a deal. It just goes upside down. Or, girl, it's not that big of a deal. You'll barely feel it. Or, it's not that big of a deal. It goes, 0 to 60. I'm like, I don't give a damn. Like, y'all are not comforting me in the right way. What I really needed to do is just shut the fuck up and do it. But little things like that kind of got me obsessed with this idea of a very, very, very simple mantra. And this applies to literally so many things in my life. If it scares the shit out of you, girl, it might just be the right thing to do. And that shit blew my mind. Because so many times the thing that I'm really uncomfortable about or the thing that I'm really like anxious about or whatever, I know it's about to do its big one. And I think that's why it scares me. I don't know if it's like I'm scared of the potential. I'm scared of it going well. I'm scared of like my fears actually did hold me back and I have to acknowledge that. I think the thing is, it's like a lot of times I'm scared of making positive progress because then I don't have anything to bitch about anymore. Which is so dumb. But like, girl, I literally am one of those people that it's like, I cannot afford for this narrative to be true. I cannot afford for the business to be true. So like, goddamn, it better be false. It's like one of those things. because I felt so dumb for like holding myself back, especially on the roller coaster thing. Like we're going to keep coming back to that analogy, but like I felt so dumb holding myself back on the roller coasters because I'm like, girl, I had so many trips that I went with my friends to theme parks, or so many trips that I went that I was so Debbie Downer, and I was like, I got to go set to the side and hold everybody's bags. And then they felt bad literally the whole time, and some of them would stay back to like hang with me, and I just remember feeling like they never shook that feeling of like, girl, you so lame. And I know that they really were like truly like they were good, they're good friends to me, and like they were very much like take your time, girlfriend. But at the same time, you still, I mean, girl, we are real as fuck with each other. Okay, we see each other, but like sometimes you tell somebody it's okay, don't worry about it. No, you girl, you're good. And then you get in the car and you're like, God damn, like you, like, you know, we're very like double standard ass people. No, I literally have realized that like so many people in my life are so like paralyzed by fear and paralyzed by potential. And those are two really, really, really big words, but they're very alike. Paralyzed by fear is that everything's going to go wrong. Everything is never going to be the same, that what you do is irreversible. If I do this, it is going to like actually like fuck my life up, right? Or it's going to like hurt me or harm me or like endanger me in some way, right? That is like paralyzed by fear. Paralyzed by potential is when if I do this thing, what if it goes good, which seems like a positive, but at the same time, it's like, what if it changes everything? If it's a Venn diagram, like, girl, that's in the middle. What if it changes everything? Also, what if everything's, you know, never the same? What if people look at me differently? What if I'm in a different situation after this happens? It seems like positive things, but really it hits your gut in the same place. And that's what I've realized is I can be so sure that something is the right path. I can be so sure that something is absolutely on my like vision board for the year, and I will put off doing it because I'm paralyzed by this feeling of like, what if it goes well? Okay, fuck up your bag 101, like take notes, I'm the professor. Like, what do you mean you're scared it's going to go well? And I'm sure you are thinking of something right now that you have been like that. Oh my God, I don't know if I want to do this. It's like, girl, if you are smiling thinking about the shit or brainstorming and making your vision board and you are grinning from ear to ear because you just know that's the right job, that's the right person, that's the right clothing, that's the right thing you want to sew, that's the right shit you want to paint, that's the right smoothie you want to make, what the fuck are we not doing it? Why are we not creating? Like, and I know that's easier said than done. Hell, I get it. Streets killeth me. But but it's like literally just do the damn thing. A lot of times this effort to escape your comfort zone, yes, it's about tackling fear, and yes, it's about doing the shit that scares you, but it's also about having nerve. A lot of people like to use the word delusion, and to be honest with you, I think it's really tired because yes, I understand delusion, but like delusion makes it seem like you're in the wrong for thinking the way you think. I think nerve is a better word in my vocabulary because it do take nerve. It do take nerve to do a lot of things. It do take nerve to show up to the family reunion and speak your mind. It do take nerve to wear what you want to wear. It do take nerve to say what you want to say. It do take nerve to have boundaries and uphold those boundaries with people. It do take nerve to accept that job even though your parents maybe don't want you to do that. It do take nerve to say that you're an artist when everybody wants to be a doctor. Like, it do take nerve. And the thing about it do take nerve is it's almost like really, really scary, but uplifting at the same time. Because on the aftermath of when you do the shit, you're like, damn, it took nerve. And not a lot of people can do something that takes nerve. On a grand scale, I do think people do things that take nerve every day. And I think you do stuff that takes nerve every day. If you post on social media, that takes nerve. If you're posting like an Instagram picture, like, girl, I get it. It has always been embarrassing to post on Instagram. The thing is, I am just so nerve overloaded right now that I'm like, I dare y'all to fucking say something. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what are you? So you're hating from the couch and I take nerve. Like, I am literally doing something that clearly is striking you in a weird way. And put that in your own terms. Put that in your own words. If you feel like there is somebody that, or it could even be a friend, right? It doesn't just have to be like family or like your mom or like, you know, a hater, like whatever. Like, whoever to you is speaking to you and is like, oh, you're doing that or whatever. It's like, if you know it takes nerve and it's on their nerve, ponder that. Don't backtrack and start being like, oh God, I'm in the wrong because it takes nerve. No, like you are totally in the right. And I'm proud of you for like pushing through something that might not be like the norm for people, or it maybe like might be something that scares the fuck out of people. You're pushing through and you're doing something that literally is like not very many people can do, and let alone they'll probably jump off the ship at some point before it actually gets done. So that brings me to my story. So in college, I took a ton of creative writing courses and I took improv classes. Basically, honey, I was getting my extra credit worth. You know, I was doing my what are they called? Extracurriculars. Like I was doing those kind of classes first, which is funny as hell because I dropped out of the school that I'm talking about. I ended up transferring schools. But girl, I took every single extracurricular class they had, and I did not get barely any of my gen eds done. But you know what? God bless it. I am so happy because I almost used the college as a like Sims thing. I was like, fuck it, a little bit of these, a little bit of that. You know, it's like, shit, you want to do cupcake decorating? That ain't got shit to do with my major, but sure. I was like doing that, right? So, which really got me down into two things, writing and psychology. I live for psychology, and I think it applies to like literally every aspect of our lives. And it is so like relevant all the time. And it made me a better empath because I'm so like, baby, I see where you're at in the book. You're in page 70. Like I know exactly where you're at right now. And I keep that to myself because I hate diagnosing other people, but it is, honey, it's sometimes nice to mentally check what their tea is. Oh, you were a psych major? Well, girl, damn. Fuck all I gotta say. Shit, I'm about to interview you. Originally. I never finished with one. But. Oh, okay. Well, you know, psych, it's powerful shit.
So only AP exam I did like well on. And well, I didn't know what English. I didn't do well on my
See, you strike me as an English person.
My dad is an English teacher.
English, really, I see people that get English, people that like were AP English, like that was the girls and the gays. AP English was the girls and the gays. The straight men that were in AP English, girl, giving empath mama's boy, like crafted from stone. Let me put you on a literally, like let me put you on a pedestal, sir, because you get it. You have walked where we've walked. The teacher, ally, critical thinking all across the board. Girl, when we were in AP English, we started movie night at the end of the semester 4 weeks early because she's like, we just love you. Y'all can hang. Girl, we were smoking cigarettes in that class. Girl, we were bringing food in there. We were bringing drinks in there. Every day felt like a pizza party. And it makes you think, don't it? Where is that space for us now? Like, really, where is that space?
What kind of space?
Reddit?
Well, like what space?
That space. AP English space. Nothing feels the way that felt.
I mean, I'm kind of glad to be out of high school.
Well, of course, I would not go back to high school if you paid me, girl. That's my saw trap.
Like a comfort zone.
It's a comfort zone, girl. That was the original gay bar. AP English was the original gay bar. We all were family in there. It was safe. The Pandora station hit better, girl. She was playing the uncensored version of the songs in there. I don't know if mine was like that. Like, girl, we were doing Smash or Pass with John Proctor in the Crucible cast. Like, we literally were living in our own vocabulary and world in that thing. We had our own vocab. We had our own allyship. We had our own handshakes in there. Life was okay for whatever 40 minutes to an hour that was. Hell, I was one of those people that would go sit in the lunchtime with my English teacher. We need to talk about gifted kids. That's a big fucking, we could do a whole episode on being called gifted. Were you a gifted kid? Did they call you gifted in school?
When I was in elementary school, I was in the class with like really need kids need more attention. Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, kind of. Gifted kid certainly does mean special.
Yeah.
But maybe not special in the way you're thinking. Special more so, okay, for me, I was called gifted by my English teacher, but that just meant I knew how to yap.
I see what you're saying.
Like, she low-key was telling me I got a little sugar.
Oh.
She was saying I got a little bit of sugar in my tank, but in a really respectful way. But she said that you're gifted, you know, and I was like, thank you.
I was never called that.
You were never called gifted?
They just didn't know how to handle me.
They didn't know how to handle you?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I know you were.
I was something else. Man.
Yeah, I bet you were something else, girl. We both something else. We were hanging out on different sides of the playground. Girl, we were on different sides of the playground. I was hanging out with the girls by the monkey bars, and we're like, girl. And you were over there, give me your lunch money. No.
No, I was the one just hitting people for no reason.
Yeah. I had a hit people stage at one point.
I remember me and this one dude, we like didn't like each other for some reason. In our way of like fighting, we would just run into each other like shoulder to shoulder. Like we would just stand like 6 feet apart and just run at each other and hit each other.
Like rhinos? And
yeah, like we would like charge at each other and just hit our shoulders into one another, and that was us fighting.
Y'all on some straight bitch shit. Girl, we were gossiping back in the day. Oh my God. But okay. The whole thing, right? So like, I remember where I'm at somehow after, guys, this episode. Listen, I hope you're having a good time because like, girl, my brain good soup. But I was like in all these writing courses, and I quickly found out that I like love playwriting. And as for somebody who was in the T word, theater, I was so used to like acting and like dealing with scripts that were already created and then trying to find my own in it, which I mean, duh. But the idea that I could write original stuff and like create worlds that I could handpick, custom design everything in it, I'm like, oh my God, well, yes, we love this. So I started writing. So my freshman year of college, I started writing a play right before summer. And right before summer, I asked 4 people, hey, I'm writing a character. I have you in mind. Yes, I don't give a shit. I handpicked the people. I couldn't take any risks doing auditions and nobody show up. I was scared shitless. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I told all 4 of the people, I said, hey, I know this is on some weird shit. I like knew them for the most part, but like in varying levels of closeness. Like one of the people I knew super well. That's my best friend. Like we were good. But like 3 of them, I was like, okay, we're taking a risk. Because 2 of them have never really been in plays before. I just knew I liked their vibe, and I knew they could bring this shit to life. Call me crazy. You know when you just know that somebody would be good at something, like one of your friends, you're like, girl, you would be a hell of a dancer. Or one of your friends are like, girl, you'd be a hell of a makeup artist. It's like you've never seen them like in the field before, but you're like, I just know you're going to be good at that. Like, oh my God, when you're like, I know you'd be good at fashion or like designing or something. Like you can just tell. That was me with my friends. Like when you have like creative friends, y'all operate at a frequency where it's like, I just know you. Like I know you'd be this. Like my Mount Rushmore. So I approached all 4 of these people. I'm like, listen, hear me out. Something big's about to come. Like I am literally going to work my ass off on this script. I'm going to send it to you over the summer and we're going to put it on. And they're like, okay. I'm like, all right, see you in the fall. Girl, I booked the space for this show before I even had 50% of the script wrote. When I tell you it take nerve, it take motherfucking nerve. And that was a very reckless decision for me. But what it did is it lit a fire under my ass. I noticed, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago about subconsciously talking about yourself, and you're saying things like, I don't know. And I had to start catching myself and be like, no, you do know, because your words have power. Well, honey, your actions have power too, because if I would have told people, I don't know, I'm thinking about putting on a play. I don't know, I'm thinking about putting it on in the fall. I don't know. Honey, I gave myself no choice. I told all the cast that we're doing it, and I booked the space. Like, girl, we kind of got to do it now. Like, obviously, I could have canceled and I could have done all the things and whatever. But what I loved about it is it really gave me no choice, and I had to escape my comfort zone. In a lot of ways, we can apply that logic to a greater scale. If you are wanting to go on dates, and honey, I understand for y'all, it is giving crazy out there. Like, there are, especially the apps, like, I get it. Like, it is crazy. But if you are wanting to go on dates, fuck. If we're having good chats, shit, let's go out. When are you free? Shit, I'm free tonight. I've done that before. I did my big one, and it was crazy because I remember moving to the city. Excuse you, bless you, bless you. I remember moving to the city, and I started doing that, and I was like, you know what? Fuck. Do I really want to be sitting around? What's your favorite color? Like, do you like s'mores? No. So I'm like, let's just go out. When? Tonight. And girl, hell, I had a couple good ones, and I had a couple real bad ones. But I had one or two that I still talk to those people every fucking day. Now, are we dating? No. But they're people that I literally was like, we hit it off enough that I'm like, that's my sister. And like, there's something so beautiful about that. Also, that is one of the best things about being gay, is that a lot of times you will go on a date with somebody, and you might, if you have the confidence for it and the bandwidth for it, I highly recommend this. Turn them into your sister, girl. If y'all go out and you clearly can tell it's not going to be a relationship or like a romantic dynamic, but you still enjoyed the talk, well, a lot of times what I'll do is I would be like mid-date, and I'd be like, you know what? Let me start looking at this different. And, you know, maybe you say something during the date. Maybe you just mentally, or you check in and you like know that you're going to be okay. And that you are on the same page now. Hey, you're going to be a friend for me. But I had a date before that I was like, listen, I don't see this going that way. But damn, I had fun tonight. And we immediately were like, hit it off. And that is so beautiful because like it took a lot of comfort zone escaping right there. One, I had to agree to go on the date in the first place, which that's terrifying, right? Number two, I had to talk to you about what we are and our label within the first date, which that's fucking crazy. And number three, I had to offer up friendship, very vulnerable, and hoping that you accepted it. And they did. And I think that's so fucking cool. So now we're even closer because it's like, damn, you can't get much closer than that. Shit, we got together and broke up within 3 hours. Like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, we friend zoned each other and sister zoned. I call it sister zoned. Trademark. When you sister zone somebody, it's like, you know what? I think I like you, but I think I might like you in a different way. Oh, damn. That brings me back, girl. I had a discussion, talk about escaping your comfort zone, girl. I had a discussion with some of my friends when I was growing up that I always wanted to date my gal pals. I wanted to date them so bad because I'm like, girl, I get it. Like, you get me. Finally, this is the love you see in the movie. This is Troy and Gabriella, girl. And I would literally be on with my girlfriend. You know, I'd be like, you want to date sometime? And they'd be like, no, but like, love you as a friend, you know, whatever. One of my best friends to this day had a talk with me, and I said, girl, I didn't say it like that. I was like, girl, what's up? I said, you want to go on a date sometime? You know, we should date sometime? You know, maybe we could date, whatever. And man, she took a long-winded breath, and she said, I think you like me, but I don't think you like me like that. Talk about motherfucking sister zone. That is sister zoned. And girl, we are still sisters to this day. And actually closer sisters because it do take nerve to say something like that. And she was right. She was right. She knew Charlie was an angel before I did. And that's okay. Like, it was kind of beautiful. And it made me feel so seen and loved in so many ways. But yeah, I think this like whole comfort zone thing really boils down to the fact that we're like afraid of looking like a fucking fool. But isn't it even crazier to think that like we could just be living in this like bubble of like safety and comfort, and we're missing out on so many potential things if we would just open our damn mouth and take the risk, or do the thing, or go out for the thing, or try out or audition or whatever the hell it is for you. I think I'm just so inspired by the people in my life right now that I'm seeing take big swings. But I'm just so inspired by all the people in my life right now that I'm seeing take risks and I'm seeing go out of their comfort zone. And it makes me want to be like, well, damn, what's the thing that I've been putting off? And what's the thing that I've been like avoiding? Or what's the thing that I've been downplaying and saying that I don't know if I could do that? Or, oh, I'll just do it later, whatever. It's like, honey, I am sick to my stomach a lot of times because I know I'm so capable, but I keep putting those things off. And it's like, damn, like, quit punishing yourself. Like, go in there and do it, big boy. Like, you got it, you know? Like, damn. And I think that's been the big message for me lately is like this idea that like, girl, we can do it. We can fucking do it. Guys, I'm kind of a Charlotte right now. I'm kind of a Charlotte right now. If you know, you know. And yeah, I'm kind of loving it. I'm kind of in my Charlotte era right now. A little bit of Carrie sprinkled in there, girl. Come on. It's okay to be a Carrie. It's okay to be a Carrie. I think I'm a lot of good Carrie traits, but girl, I am definitely a Charlotte right now. And I never expected that I would be a Charlotte this early in my life. I thought Charlotte was going to be when I was at peace in my 30s, but honey, I am definitely feeling very Charlotte lately. And girl, just like Carrie Bradshaw, we sometimes need some therapy, don't we? That's why I am so happy to say that we are once again sponsored by Growth Therapy for this episode. Because we keep talking about this idea of self-improvement and keeping ourselves in check. And that's why I'm very happy to say that Growth Therapy is perfect for the girl that is trying to be in check. A huge feature that I did not talk about last time was the fact that you can actually measure your therapy in real time. That way you can actually see your progress. It helps you keep track. And a lot of times I like to journal with my therapy. So the whole thing that on their end and our end, we're keeping tabs on each other is beautiful. There are extremely detailed bios and credentials up front for all the therapists that you can book. And to let it all hang out, it helps to know who you're hanging it out with. Like literally. Therapy is not something that you just need on the bad days. Therapy is perfect for the good day too, especially to keep on track with your goals and to keep on track with the dream life that we're talking about today. I think therapy is an important tool that can be in your toolbox. Booking a session with Growth Therapy is extremely easy, and it's covered by 50 plus insurance plans, including Medicaid in some states. There's virtual and in-person options and a very flexible calendar that you can book with. There's no subscriptions or commitments. You literally just pay per session, pop in, let it all hang out. It's super low stress scheduling, and a lot of times you see them within 2 days, and you can cancel 24 hours in advance with no issue, no cost. If you scan this QR code, you can get set up with Growth Therapy and book your first session. I think it would be a perfect place for you to talk about the ways that you can escape your comfort zone. A lot of what we're talking about today is this idea of like keeping track of your goals, keeping track of what you need to work on in yourself, and just being honest with yourself. And honestly, the perfect place to do that is with your therapist. To learn more about Growth Therapy, check the link in my description or scan this QR code to get more information or book your first appointment with a therapist. I think a huge part of Tangent is about finding support, keeping support, and being honest with ourselves. And honestly, therapy is one of the best places to do all of those things. So thank you, Growth Therapy, for sponsoring this video. I want to leave you with one final thing, right? So I had a professor in college, and he told me, I think you are getting really sick of waiting for the bus to pick you up. I felt like I was waiting for people to give me the perfect opportunity. I was waiting for people to be the perfect friends. I was waiting for people to call me and make plans with me. I was waiting for dates to pick me up off my feet and be the perfect boyfriend. I was waiting for all of these things. You know what I was doing while I was waiting? I was sitting at home complaining about how they weren't coming to me. I was not on the apps complaining how I wasn't meeting anybody. I was never leaving the house and complaining how I wasn't making any friends. And my professor told me, I think you are getting so sick of waiting on the bus to pick you up. I was complaining about how I didn't feel like there was a lot of opportunities for me on stage. Man, if he did not read me, he goes, you're sick of waiting for the bus to pick you up, right? Some people are meant to wait for the bus, and some people just got to drive that motherfucker. Not only are you creating the opportunities for yourself in a lot of ways, but the beautiful thing about being the bus driver is you get to pick other people up. Because you know how many of your friends are waiting for the bus and it's never coming? Once you start driving the bus, once you book that gallery, once you make that project, once you start that initiative and you get to loop people in your life into these things, those are also people that have been waiting for somebody to extend a hand, waiting for somebody to give them the shot. Girl, maybe the answer all along is us. Maybe instead of waiting for somebody to put out the hand, maybe we're the hand that we're supposed to give out. When he told me that, genuinely, that has impacted every element of my life. You give out the treatment in which you hope to receive, and that's about how you are as a partner. That's about how you are as a friend. That's about how you are as an artist. That's how you are as a coworker, everything in that degree. You give out the treatment you wish to receive, and soon enough, you're going to start seeing it reflected back because people were waiting to be treated that way. People were waiting to see someone act that way. People were waiting to see someone be an example in that way. That is being the bus driver. Waiting for the bus is waiting for another leader to step up, waiting for another person to step up and do exactly what you know needs to be done now. So drive that motherfucking bus. Girl, he did his big one with that. That blew my mind. Thanks again to Grow Therapy for sponsoring today's episode of Tangent. Check the link in the description to book your first therapy appointment, plus get some more information on Grow Therapy, but they're amazing and they have been so awesome to work with, and I am just so happy to have a partnership that's so aligned with the purpose of this podcast. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure and like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And yeah, this was another episode of Tangent. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.